Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into some of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the market. If you're into coin collecting, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. The United States one-dime coin, specifically the rare silver dimes, have become major players in the coin collecting world. These hidden treasures aren't just pieces of pocket change. They're pieces of history, often worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on rarity, mint errors, and condition. Money bag, whether it's the Mercury dimes, Roosevelt dimes, or rare mint errors, collectors are actively hunting these coins for their silver content, rarity, and historical value. Significance of American currency. This video is for you. The most valuable U.S. silver dimes you should be looking out for. Let's get started. First up, one. The 1965 Roosevelt dime, a coin so deceptively ordinary that millions pass through hands every year. Yet among them, a few hold a secret so rare and valuable, it borders on the miraculous. This dime, minted in a year of historical change, carries a mystery that has numismatists and fortune seekers on a relentless hunt. If you have the right one, you might not be holding 10 cents. You might be holding a $1 million marvel. What makes the 1965 dime so potentially valuable is not just its age, but the extraordinary story behind its creation. 1965 marked the year the United States Mint transitioned away from using 90% silver in dimes and quarters. Instead, they began producing coins with a copper-nickel-clad composition. But in the chaos of this changeover, a few dimes are believed to have been mistakenly struck on leftover silver planchets from 1964, an accident that birthed one of the most desirable and rarest coins in modern American history. Now imagine this. A dime that looks almost identical to its countless counterparts, but underneath that surface lies real silver. A simple test, a weight measurement, a sound, a precise scratch test, could reveal its true identity. If it turns out to be one of the few silver 1965 dimes that escaped the mint unnoticed, you could be staring at a fortune. This isn't fantasy. It's a hidden truth wrapped in nickel, waiting to be revealed by the hands of someone observant enough to look twice. The silver 1965 dime isn't just a rare error. It's a whispered legend, a coin so few in number that even high-end collectors can spend a lifetime hunting without ever finding one. When one is confirmed, it doesn't just make headlines, it shakes the very foundation of the coin collecting world. Because coins like this don't just represent monetary value, they represent a piece of American history, a slice of minting mythology that only the fortunate few ever get to touch. What's truly astonishing is the price this coin can command in top condition. If a silver 1965 dime surfaces, authenticated and graded by a trusted authority, its value can soar into the tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and with enough demand, possibly beyond. It isn't a stretch to imagine a well-preserved error selling for over $1 million at auction. To the right buyer, that single dime becomes a relic, a status symbol, and a crown jewel all in one. But it's not just about silver. Other era varieties from 1965, like double strikes, off-center coins, or misaligned dies, can also fetch incredible prices. These are minting mistakes that turn everyday coins into treasures. So even if your dime isn't silver, its error might still make it highly desirable. The key is attention to detail, weight, appearance, edge, and sound, all clues that something rare could be lying in your pocket change right now. And if you think the chances are slim, remember, someone has to find it. It could be a random roll of dimes from the bank, a forgotten stash in a drawer, or even change you received from the store yesterday. The beauty of this story is that anyone, anywhere, could stumble upon this coin, and the life it changes next could be yours. With one find, your story could go from ordinary to unforgettable. The coin world thrives on tales like this. Dramatic discoveries, underdog victories, and unexpected windfalls. The 1965 silver dime fits right into that narrative like a final puzzle piece. It's a coin with the power to rewrite stories. A coin that transforms passion into wealth and curiosity into legend. Its humble face belies its enormous impact, and its presence is like a ghost, silent, rare, but always watching for the right moment to reveal itself. So what should you do if you think you found one? Don't rush. Don't sell it cheaply. Don't let it fall through the cracks. Protect it, preserve it, and then consult a reputable coin grader. A professional confirmation can multiply its value and open the door to collectors who would do anything to own a piece of this accidental miracle. In a world full of fast fads and digital dreams, this coin stands as a reminder of something deeply real, a metal object, crafted in error, made legendary by scarcity. Its story teaches us that sometimes value hides in the last place you'd expect, beneath our very fingertips, in the smallest details, in the change we overlook. It tells us to be curious, to examine the unnoticed, and to dream big even with the smallest things. So if you're reading this with a 1965 dime nearby, take a second look. You could be holding history. You could be cradling a piece of minting magic. And in the stillness of that realization, you might feel it, the weight of potential, the spark of fate, the thrill of a coin that could change everything overnight. Because this isn't just a dime. It's destiny. The 1995 P. Roosevelt dime. At first glance, it seems like any other 10-cent piece jingling in pockets, tossed in jars, or forgotten in drawers. But beneath its modest surface may lie an opportunity so rare and potent that it could elevate an ordinary individual into the ranks of the incredibly wealthy. It's not just a coin. It's a hidden doorway to unimaginable fortune. The year 1995 was not a numismatic revolution. It wasn't marked by a change in metal or design. And yet, for the most attentive collectors and eagle-eyed enthusiasts, the 1995 P dime carries with it a powerful enigma, one of minting anomalies, rare variations, and potential million-dollar mistakes. One error, one unnoticed imperfection in this common coin, is all it takes to transform it from a mere monetary token into a legendary artifact of incalculable value. The P mint mark indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the busiest minting facilities in the country. With tens of millions of dimes produced in that year, the likelihood of mistake increases. And in that chaos, rare errors can be born. Some 1995 P dimes may exhibit doubling on the inscriptions, misaligned dies, off-center strikes, or full bands on the reverse. Tiny details that could make this dime a treasure. Imagine holding a dime that appears normal to the average eye, but is actually a 1 in a billion error that escaped detection. These minting flaws are incredibly rare, but when they occur and are preserved in pristine condition, their worth can skyrocket. What makes these error coins valuable isn't just a mistake itself. It's the survival of such a coin in a world that constantly recycles and forgets small change. Rarity is the spark. Condition is a fire. Some lucky individuals have stumbled across error dimes with extraordinary features, an incorrect planchet, an off-metal strike, or a dramatic die clash. A 1995 P dime struck on a foreign planchet, perhaps thinner, lighter, or with an unusual coloration, could command a staggering price from collectors hungry for the unusual and unexplained. And if that dime happens to be in uncirculated condition, its value grows exponentially into thousands or potentially even millions. It's not just about what the coin looks like. It's what the coin represents. A 1995 P dime with a significant error is a time capsule, a manufacturing miracle, and a symbol of minting oversight. The story behind its creation adds to its mystique, a piece of American monetary history that wasn't supposed to exist, but does. And in its existence, it changes everything for the person who possesses it. There's a romanticism to rare coins that can't be ignored. They embody chance, mystery, and the thrill of discovery. The 1995 P dime could be sitting in your palm, whispering a secret only the most observant would hear. Look closer. The greatest fortunes aren't always found in gold bars or stock portfolios. Sometimes they're hiding in plain sight, in a dime that everyone else overlooked. If you have such a coin, don't be quick to spend it or trade it away. It might just be the ticket to a life of financial freedom. Guard it, protect it, and take the time to examine its every detail. The fine lines, the mint mark, the strike strength, all of these could be indicators of rarity. And with rarity comes desire. With desire comes bidding wars. And with those, a life you never imagined. Numismatics is a world of patience and precision. It rewards those who take time to learn and observe. The 1995 P. Roosevelt dime might not be a household name yet, but among collectors and serious investors, Even whispers of a rare error can drive excitement through the roof. Owning such a coin is not just about monetary gain. It's about owning a piece of the unknown. Think of the irony. A coin designed for 10 cents, capable of commanding thousands or even millions, based solely on what went right or wrong at the moment of its creation. If you own one, you're not just a collector. You're the keeper of a legend, the guardian of a relic that defied odds and found its way into your hands. That is a powerful place to stand. So check your pockets. Search your old coin rolls. Open your dusty boxes and drawers. Because one coin, one dime from 1995 with a P mark and a minting anomaly, might be the single object that transforms your life forever. It may be the coin that turns everyday life into an extraordinary legacy. And if you're lucky enough to find it, guard it well. For that humble little dime may very well be the rarest jewel hiding in America's vast ocean of change. Alike, the 1982 Roosevelt dime bearing the elusive D mint mark. At first glance, it's just a 10-cent coin, easily passed from hand to hand, tucked away in forgotten drawers or rattling at the bottom of an old jar. But if you pause and truly examine it, you might just be holding one of the rarest financial wonders ever produced by the United States Mint, an artifact capable of reshaping your destiny overnight. The 1982 D Roosevelt dime was struck in a period of transition, a time when the U.S. Mint was making subtle but critical changes to the composition and appearance of its coinage. Amid these changes, some dimes escaped the mint's gates with minute, almost invisible anomalies. Changes so small they might go unnoticed by most, but which send shockwaves through the numismatic community. A single, specific variety of this dime, one without the P mint mark from the Philadelphia Mint when it should have had one, was discovered in circulation, proving that error coins can slip past even the most rigorous checks. Though that error did involve the D mint mark, it ignited a firestorm of curiosity about all dimes from that year. The Denver Mint, indicated by the D on the coin's obverse, is known for high output and precision. But no mint is perfect. It is within that imperfection, those tiny, rare missteps, that legends are born. Certain 1982 D dimes may exhibit rare die varieties, subtle doubling the inscriptions, or worn dies that give birth to ghost images, conditions which, if found in pristine, uncirculated condition, elevate their value into the thousands, possibly even millions. A near-perfect example could make history. Collectors today are not just looking for a dime. They're hunting for a whisper history, a slip of fate, a moment where man and machine collided imperfectly to create something unique. The 1982 D Roosevelt dime, under specific conditions, becomes a relic not only of numismatic importance, but of cultural and economic value. For those lucky enough to possess one of these unique variations, especially in mint state, it becomes a ticket to unimaginable wealth. Think of the sheer wonder. A coin meant to be exchanged for a candy bar or a phone call, now worth more than a mansion. That's the alchemy of rare coins. You might have handled hundreds, even thousands of dimes in your lifetime. But this one is different. This one could be your bridge to a new world. The dream of turning everyday change into life-changing fortune isn't fantasy. It's a reality for a select few who looked a little closer and dare to believe. The key to unlocking this potential lies in knowledge and patience. The 1982 D dime with sharp strike quality, full torch bands on the reverse, and a flawless surface is a diamond among stones. When paired with an error, say, a die clash, misalignment, or missing clad layer, it transforms into a powerhouse of value. Not all rare coins shout. Some whisper, and this coin whispers riches to those wise enough to listen. Imagine walking into an appraisal room with such a coin in your hand. The silence that would fall, the magnifying glasses pulled out, the excited murmurs of experts realizing that what you hold isn't just money, it's history. You may enter that room an ordinary person, but you'll leave with the weight of legend in your pocket. It's the modern-day version of stumbling upon buried treasure. And let's talk about impact. What it means to own something so rare. This coin, tiny and easy to overlook, could fund your children's future, pay off every debt, purchase homes, and change your life in 1,000 ways. Its story is not just one of metal and minting. It's about how the smallest things can carry the most powerful potential. It's a story of unnoticed greatness, finally recognized. People spend their lives chasing fortunes in real estate, stocks, and businesses. But sometimes wealth lies where we least expect it, in the everyday and the forgotten, in something as simple as a dime. That's the magic of the 1982 Roosevelt dime. It's a time machine, a symbol of unexpected hope, a reminder that the universe still has secrets it's willing to share, if we only care enough to look. So if you find yourself holding a 1982 Roosevelt dime, don't be too quick to dismiss it. Don't spend it. Don't let it go for a few dollars at a flea market. Instead, examine it, cherish it, and let it tell you its story. Because its story might just become yours, one where fate smiled through metal and time to deliver you a piece of luck strong enough to last a lifetime. That coin, in its brilliance or its flaws, is a gift, a key, a portal. It doesn't just buy something, it means something. It proves that even the smallest things can be priceless. And when you finally realize the truth of what you hold, your world might never be the same again.